very grateful to you talking to me about your work on Zootopia too. Thanks for joining me today.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
So going right into this movie, one of the things that I really enjoyed a lot about the first movie, and a lot of people did, was that the characters in that movie went so much against stereotypes, like the whole Flash the Sloth thing and things like that. Thinking ahead to this movie in terms of animation style, were there any? Did that idea come into play for any of the new characters? Making their debut in this movie because there's so many new characters coming in.
Yeah, I think whenever we get a new character, especially as the animation team, we're always trying to find ways to make them very specific. And it's still a cartoon we're making at the end of the day, but we definitely lean on real life and try and add um, these kind of things, especially, like Gary, um, one of the new characters, the snake, we'll talk with his tongue a lot, like a real snake would, hiss
Yeah,
and stuff, and just the way he moves. Obviously, he doesn't even have legs, so definitely referencing, a lot of real life animals and trying to bring those qualities into the characters.
yeah, for sure. The tongues come up a lot.
The introduced today, which I can't wait to see how that comes into play. And one thing in terms of the animation, in terms of like how Kiwi Kwan did the voice for Gary and everything, how early in the process does developing the final characters start, like in relation to all the voice recording and everything? Because I know these movies take a long time to develop. So like, how does that work in terms of like matching up the animation to the voice acting, for the final product?
Yeah, it definitely happens pretty early on. Like the actors bring so much to the characters that it's definitely not a a thing where we figure out the character and then the actor just slots in. Like a lot of what we do is it's actually the opposite way where we once they decide on the voice actor, we try and bring the qualities that that voice actor even we get videos of them in the booth acting, and we'll even reference those videos and try and bring in some of that specificity of the actor into the character. So definitely the actors get picked pretty early on, and they're very important alongside our work. We really work together to develop these characters and kind of bounce off each other. They'll uh, they'll see what we do and then get ideas for how to act on the character. So it's really like a collaborative process.
That's cool. Yeah, that's always
What
something.
I've always wondered about. And looking at this list, this cast list, and of course the character list with so many new like animal stuff, not just Gary, but we've got a horse and all the other characters coming back from the first movie. Were there any animals or like species that you guys hope to get into this movie that didn't make the final cut, or maybe they're like saving for the future just in case?
Uh, I mean, there were so many characters. Definitely, I wasn't thinking like, oh, I wish like I was so focused on all, oh, we have to learn how to animate horses and snakes and um yeah, just so many that I to be honest, it wasn't going through my mind like, oh, we need more characters. Like there's so many and it's so fun already. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I
And
know we're running short on time, so I got just one more question. Um, I've seen a lot of the marketing campaign that Zootopia 2 is using like a lot of past Disney movies to help kind of promote this one. And Disney's of course known for like Easter eggs and nods to the past. And we've talked about like some of the inspiration for Gary from past snake characters. Was there a lot of opportunities for you guys to get a lot of those kind of Easter eggs into the this new movie too, especially after the ones we saw in the first movie?
Yeah, I think like what's great about this movie and the first one as well is that the directors are so keen on having those Easter eggs in. So anyone who had an idea, and they had ideas too, there's constantly every shot you could find a little thing, whether it's like reading what's actually written in the textbook they're reading, the small text, or just something happening in the background with the characters. Like every single shot has something. It was just a constant thing of working on the film. We're thinking like, what can we add for the fans or even just for us to make it, fun, that something that even no one else watching would even get.
yeah, for sure. That
And I'm so excited to see the final product, see what you guys come up with. Again, thank you so much for talking to me. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the movie, and congratulations again on everything that's coming for the film.
Awesome. Thank you so much.